Hey babies, what's up my darling MVPs and how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with Mimi Shortly Mimi where you get the gist. I see they do waiting. I see they hot. Of course you know there is no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze you do well. You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel or are you still sitting on a far long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like how do you want to get the gist? I see the heart. Some are people. You know the gist as the horse on this Sinaye housemates, they are really mushering in that house. Because new day, new time, new discovery. What's her name? Else actually was telling her clique, that is Ballet, Mpumi, Mile, on her sudden interest on young Papi. Omo, now everybody else won't crush on her. Elle started her crush with Papaghost. Now Willie, now she has got eyes on young Papi. Now she was like earlier on, she do not have eyes for young Papi because she feels young Papi is younger and then she do not have a thing for younger peeps and all of that, because I remember when Yolanda was actually revealing to her earlier on, if you guys remember the scene where Yolanda was revealing the size of the guy's PP, where Yolanda said she has seen almost all the guy's PP except for young Papi. What else said to Yolanda is, oh, it's making you feel like you are I don't want to use that pedo. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when when you're an adult and you have a thing for a child, so that's what else said. I don't know if, okay, should I spell it for you guys? Okay, Pedopphile. Yeah, that word. Yes, that was what else said. Yolanda was like, yes, she did not put interest on young Papi. So that's what else was saying. But right now, after young Papi carried her, now she has sudden interest over young Papi. And guys, it may seem as though it is true because she actually gave young Papi a lap dance to yesterday. It is getting real in that house, I'm telling you. Now we are having, okay, let me not rush about Sinaye and Z, but what I'm trying to say is we are having Sinaye getting closer to Z, and now maybe someone else want to put eyes on young Papi. Is this how we're gonna see the friendship actually just go apart? We'll see how that goes on. Okay, let's continue. Still on this clique, we all know Els and Mpumi runs the meandering in the house, like the side chicks thingy in the house. And if there is one thing Jareed do not stop doing is entertaining his second wife and third wife. How would I put it? I'll be his wives, because they are all his wives. Of course, he said in his diary session that those are the people he's bonding with, So else the other time Jareed was telling Mpumi that he's always trying to be careful staying around her. Like what he's trying to refer to is that Mpumi is kind of a temptation to him, like she's so seductive and all of that, And then Mpumi was like, what do you mean by that? He now replied and said, you don't know when you were saying I have a wandering eyes. I'm like, okay. If there is one thing Jareed is doing is he makes sure that he actually have time for Mpumi and else, while he also has time for Liema. And also earlier on, Mpumi was actually writing a letter to Jareed. A letter to meet him up in the toilet after Lights Out. In fact, Ballet was the supporting character. Else was also there. They were doing their thinking together. That's why I said, you see this Ballet that was actually fronting herself so that Liema would see her as if she's this good person from the other parts, while she's actually pushing up the game Mpumi and else are playing. So Mpumi wrote a letter to Jareed of them meeting in the toilet in so time. Remember, Liema already spoke about seeing the two of them in the toilet also again. So right now it is giving Mpumi is not taking any time out from Jareed. Of course, Jareed is giving her, in fact, Jareed is entertaining everything that is happening. In Elle's voice, she said something to Liema when that thing happened. She said, if your man would keep entertaining it, I would be doing it. So the person you should talk to is your man. Meanwhile, one thing I do not like right now is Lerato. I don't know who can reach Lerato for me, that is telling Liema that no matter what happens, make sure you clinch to your man. You are making this girl appear desperate, for goodness sake. Like, I don't understand. You're telling her to actually clinch and hold the guy tight, no matter how they come through or whatever. To me, I feel that advice is not cool. And I know Liema is not a baby. It is left for her to do whatever she want to do. And she chooses to pick on, staying true with Jareed and all of that, seeing with what he's doing. The fans are actually so pissed. They are like, why would Jareed actually do this to Liema? That Jareed disrespect Liema in as much as they have close relationship. Even Sinaye, that is saying that he want to play game with Z, is not even disrespecting Z this way. Anyways, guys, who am I? What do I have to say about this? The housemates, it is their game. Like I always say, let the best housemate win the game. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish Liema is playing this game a different way. But anyways, let's see how the game turns out. Even Jareed, when Mpumi says she feels cold, Jareed will just give her something to cover her body. Mpumi was like, oh, I do not know you care. I'm like, okay, baby girl, you know how to do this, you know how to play this game. All right, guys, now let's talk about Sinaye and Z. It may seem as though these two are really bonding, guys. It may seem as though they are bonding, because in the midst of chaos and these two were dancing, Sinaye carrying what's her name, Z up. I know you've been wondering what's chaos. Don't worry, we'll gist about that. You know, when this dance happened, we'll get there. The two were dancing and all of that. And guess what? They call this for the Fantastic Four. Fans were so happy to see them together upstairs, and while they were upstairs, Sinaye laid on Z's laps and Z was just, touching his head and all of that. People are like, oh my God, hope Sinaye's girlfriend is not watching, because it's gonna be so heartbreaking seeing South African lose this match as at that time and come to your screen and now see Sinaye and Z doing lovey-dovey. Okay, guys, I told you guys about chaotic, or whether chaos happening in the house. It is about Papaghost. It is, this picture is giving Papaghost and his wife. I know in Yolanda's mind she'll be like, oh, my man. Don't mind me, guys. So what's the problem? I don't know about you guys here, but I feel Macjnr is overreacting at this point. That is what I think, because I do not know why their wager is causing rifts. Today is wager presentation and the housemates choose to be carefree about it, and then Macjnr seems to be left out. He do not care what's up with the tags. I do not know whether the likes of Neo and Fahima are getting into his head, with whatever they are telling him, and he's taking notes with that. They try to practice one problem to the other. So yesterday night, they tried practicing, or should I call it early hours of the morning, right? Because time has already gone. They started practicing one quarrel to the other. Macjnr refused to come out. He said he do not even care if they fail the tax. That he is here for the money. I'm here for the money. I'm not here. Guys, this was not funny. Now, what is the problem? They said Papaghost changed the scripts, like brought another idea entirely. Pale said she's not going to be hosting again, that she was not carried along. Guys, argument upon argument. Macjnr feel like he was left out, so he's not going to include, all because of Papaghost brought new idea. In the midst that they tried to practice, argument left, right and center, Liema bust up and said, you guys are being childish. You two should not actually let your rift affect us. You are dividing us on our tax. You guys should not let your rift get to us. We need to practice for this thing. She actually said her 2 cents and she left the group. That was how party scatter. All the meeting, everybody started complaining. Bale started explaining on how everything started happening from head to toe. Guys, argument upon argument. Housemates started leaving the meeting where they are trying to practice. I'm like, wait, this housemates do not even know what is happening, because it may seem as though they really want hunger to finish them. Pale was like, according to her, she feel they've already failed the wager because of lack of practice, how they are changing things, how this one, that one. Now, the problem is the power tussle from Macjnr thinking Papaghost wants to, actually lead. He's power hungry. Meanwhile, in all of these shenanigans, Els was not finding it funny. Els actually told Macjnr to his very face that you're complaining, why you're the one causing all of this thing. You are the one being childish here. Els called Macjnr out. Macjnr was like, yes, she wants me to give you TV. There is clout, that she needed clout. Go to the camera and smile at the camera. We're gonna practice. Go to the camera, smile at the camera. You want me to give you TV? Whatever. What did he even call it? Guys, I was just laughing. Els was still repeating it that you're being childish. And Macjnr was like, this one has been waiting to come for me. I don't know what is wrong with her. I now remember Els' diary session where she said she has been on loggerhead with Macjnr and she doesn't know what's up with that. That's how Macjnr with Els, so Macjnr to Papaghost. And guess what? When Papaghost will just keep mute, Macjnr will be reacting. Now Papaghost is looking like the person who is being bullied. Guys, wahala be like bicycle. So in all of the arguments, all the dragging, blah 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 blah, this dude Makeke has been mute. He just spoke one word and everything settled. He said, why would Ballet said they have already failed this wager? That in as much as the wager tax is around the corner, they still have time to practice. The time they use in arguments and all of these things, they should put in practice. That was how they started, guys. From left center, they started doing practice. Makeke kept mute all the while, but once word that he spoke, everybody went into action. Really had to read this thing, what was it called, the rule book, and they said they would receive punishments if they do not practice for their wager. They had to go swung into action immediately. They started practicing. After everything, they started using Papaghost idea. But after everything, they retired to bed and Papaghost was having conversation with people upstairs because that's where he sleeps. He was like, they were explaining everything, they were just talking about the head of house there. Papaghost was like, how would he want to have a fight with somebody who is not up? That he is up. Why would he want to have, arguments with somebody who is not up for nomination and all of that? Guys, you see Macjnr and Papaghost, I don't know where this is leading the two of them, but I think Macjnr is actually overreacting at this point. I don't know how you see it, and I would love to know how you see it at this point. Tell me what you think about all of the shenanigans that is happening between Papaghost and Macjnr. Meanwhile, remember the last time I said Sinaye and Z, in the midst of chaos, they were busy dancing and carrying each other. This was the chaos. In fact, Z do not have wahala. While they were arguing, baby girl was doing, what's it called, break dance. Wahala be like bicycle, guys. So tell me, what do you think about all this gra that is happening in the house? Guys, before I go off or start going to the TL, let me tell you guys what Sinaye did. He went and hugged Fahima from the back and said, oh, I miss you all day. I miss without seeing you or staying with you. I'm like, hey, man, no. Wahala. Coming from the cutest Kimi. Fahima has an OnlyFans account, but she is here insinuating that Z is that type of girl because she works at a club. What manner of insecurity is this? I no blame you, Sha. Na yellow bone I blame for this disrespect. Fahima and Z. Anyways, Fahima will go on Sunday because definitely I know they are not voting for her. I know they are not voting for her. The highest votes I've been seen so far, the names being mentioned is Taki. Except you guys are mentioning Taki and not voting for him. So Fahima would go on Sunday. I don't know if, I think Z would actually have another rival. Maybe Mpumi and else would look into their way. The mommy said, here are my top 7 housemates who I think are the winning potential. Yolanda, Papaghost, Lerato, Mitch, Mpumi, Macjnr, Makeke. Z and Liema bring nothing but just pretty face. So these are the top 7 that has winning potential. Guys, you accept this? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Coming from Ihoma, Sinaye says Z is his game plan, yet he has not disrespected her in any way. even planning dinner dates and fighting a guy over her. Jareed has never said Liema is his game plan, yet he kissed two girls right in front of her, gave her a strike and extreme punishment. She couldn't speak or eat, and she went back to him after 3 hours in the diary room. Liema fans, your girl got embarrassed and is still getting embarrassed. You have too much on your plate to be worrying about Sinaye and his girlfriend. So this is a message to Liema fans who is worried about the Sinaye triangle and the girlfriend. And then Shalewa said, leave Jareed not to be loyal to Liema. All her fans need to do is not to be loyal to him via votes. His friend's fan base can take over and be his alliance. That's how he thinks he can play his game, because he thinks else and Mpumi a strong contender. He will come out and learn that watching all the big brother in the world doesn't mean when you are there it will go how you planned. I still wonder why Jareed feel Mpumi and else has the most attention from the viewers. Anyways, maybe because of the game they play. Jareed is an engineer with 2 degrees. He can work for his money. After all, it is only one person taking the money. It is not the end of the world, says Beverly. Hey, Haibo, Sedonini Alpha. I do not know the meaning of this one. Maybe someone will tell me in the comment section. But those were the reply to the lady who spoke about Jareed and Liema thingy. Hill said, we are all joining Jareed and Mpumi in the holy matrimony today. Venue, Big Brother, toilet, time, lights out. Attire, come with your speed. Wahala be like bicycle. Lover of Queen B said Biggie needs to put them all up next week. They will keep nominating same people every week. I think so too. I think so. Meanwhile, don't you think it is so early for the disruptors to go? To me, I feel it is early. Renny Zion said, yo, I am sorry to say this, but this big brother is the worst to communicate feelings to, because it is, okay, I'm skipping that, very cold. It is sad to see these housemates pouring out their emotions, but they can't get a single word of encouragement or a positive word to uplift them to play their games. People have been complaining, not just Renny Zion, about Biggie's reaction towards the housemate complaining, to him, because of course we all know how Big Brother Naija Biggie does his thing. He always have words in his mouth, words of encouragement to put the housemate in check. But to me, I think they should just calm down, give this one some time. Everything would actually gel. He's actually trying in his own way. Guys, you experience this. You think he do not give this housemate emotional support in the diary room? Let me know what you think in the comment section, because I, your baby girl Mimi, will be dropping her voice right here and now to see you guys later. Make sure you have a Miciously Thursday. Bye for now, babies.